multi-weight world champions going to battle as well. Next week, you have, in my opinion, one of the great middleweight fights that could go down in history between Danny Jacobs and Canelo Alvarez in Las Vegas. The week after that, we're in the UK for our show in Nottingham. You also have Bellator on May the 11th. On May the 18th, you have a great World Boxing Super Series doubleheader with Josh Taylor against Barancic for the world title. And of course, Inoue against Rodriguez for the bantamweight unification. The week after that, you have the Ring Magazine undisputed cruiserweight world champion Alexander Usyk making his heavyweight debut against Takam. The week after that, you have the best heavyweight in the world. Opponent announced this week because someone didn't believe they could beat him fair and square. Anthony Joshua will be at Madison Square Garden on June the 1st, and the week after, Gennady Golovkin returns as well. That's the next 7 weeks, and I've probably missed a lot of stuff out. When we talk about value for fight fans, this is completely and utterly off the chart. And to talk more about the zone before I go into the fights on Friday night, I want a big round of applause for the MVP from the zone, Joe Markowski.
Thank you, Eddie, and despite saying you wouldn't, you have absolutely stolen all my content there. So I'll try and do it some justice second time round. Listen, we're delighted to be here in Los Angeles. It's a fantastic time, as Eddie said, for our schedule and more importantly for fight fans. And a lot's being made of next week in Las Vegas. In my opinion, the fight of the year between Canelo Alvarez and Danny Jacobs. A lot's being made of Anthony Joshua's American debut on June the 1st. And a lot's being made of Gennady Golovkin's debut on the zone the following week on June the 8th. But for us, the best schedule in boxing starts this Friday in Los Angeles at the Forum. We're tremendously excited to be bringing that to fight fans. Eddie's touched on it. I want to stress, we are delivering unprecedented value for fight fans in North America. For the price of only $19.99 a month or $99.99 a year, fight fans are experiencing 100 fight nights a year and more than that. On top of that, our baseball content MLB, particularly valuable here in Los Angeles, and we're tremendously excited to be building on our success already here in America. So, won't go into much more detail about our schedule, Eddie's done that justice already. We're tremendously excited about Friday night. As ever with Matchroom, a stacked card across the board, and a repeat of the 2018 Fight of the Year, in my opinion, as the main event. So we look forward to seeing all of you at the Forum on Friday. We look forward to seeing all of you over the next 7-8 weeks as we build out the best schedule in boxing. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Joe. Of course, we have Ring Magazine's WBC world titles, WBA and IBF unifications, but without the top young fighters coming through in boxing, there is no future for the sport. I think recently we have signed the very best talent coming through from the amateur system in America, and two of them particularly on this card. Firstly, a young man who has finally turned 18. I can finally box him all over the world now, particularly in the US. He's had 2 fights in Tijuana, and now he makes his US debut on Saturday night, just down the road from where he lives and trains. This young man is going to be a fantastic talent. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome up, making his 3rd appearance in the pro ranks on Friday, Diego Pacheco.
Good afternoon, everyone. First, I want to thank the entire Matchroom USA team at the Zone for putting together this amazing card for April 26th. I want to thank my management team, split team management, and my training team from TG Boxing Gym for making sure I have everything I need to be at 110% for April 26th. Now that I'm 18, I can box all over the world, and what better way than to start off and make my US debut here at the Forum of Los Angeles. I never imagined that at 18 years old I would be fighting at the Forum of LA in my hometown, under the card of amazing champions I grew up watching as an amateur, like Jesse Vargas, Danny Roman, Gallo Estrada, and my big bro, the Magician. All these guys that I'm able to feature in the undercard of these amazing champions. It's just a blessing, and I'm excited and I'm ready to perform April 26th. Thank you.
Again, our latest addition to our young team at Matchroom Boxing USA is a young fighter you are going to really enjoy watching. This young man, Austin Ammo Williams, out of Houston in Texas, I promise you is one of the most devastating punches you will see coming through the system. such limited amateur experience, but already completely broken through on the scene. You're going to hear a lot about him. He's larger than life, but man, this young man can fight. And on Friday night, he makes his professional debut. So we'll have a very loud round of applause. For the first time, he makes his speech before fight week and fight night. Ladies and gentlemen, making his debut on Friday night, Austin Ammo Williams.
Hey everybody. First, I'd like to say my entire goal is to change the world. So I know I have to have spectacular performances to capture you guys' attention and to keep you guys' attention. So I work extremely hard. My team pushes me extremely hard to make sure I'm ready for every challenge. And we always take the challenges that's put in front of us, no matter if it's amateur or pro now. We're ready to go. And I always adjust and always, show what I can do. I really feel like I'm here to change the world, like I said before. So y'all always get something amazing from me, something fun, something new, something creative, something innovative from me in the ring. And that's another reason why I'm so happy to be with DAZN and Eddie Hearn and my management company, Churchill, because all of them are innovative thinkers. Everybody is trying to take things to the next level, just like I need to. So with that being said, thank you to everybody. Thank you to my team. Thank you to my family, friends, and all supporters that I have. And I'm just ready to go. April 26th, Friday, y'all see some great things from me.
He's setting his targets low. He doesn't want to do too much other than change the world.
That's all.
Some people just want to win world titles, but I like that. I think you've got to aim high. Okay, we have two fantastic fighters to announce up here now, and two fighters that are part of this huge movement for Eastern European boxing. I've not seen so much talent come from a region for a long, long time. Obviously, we saw with the growth of Triple G come through and the rise of boxing in Kazakhstan, but now it's the time of Uzbekistan as well, and Akhmadaliev and Giasov and Israel Madrimov as well. Just incredible, incredible fighters, and we're so pleased to be working with them, and also Vadim Kornilov from World of Boxing. They really do know how to look after their fighters. The setup they have is outstanding, and these fighters are incredible to watch. They will fight anybody, and I'm going to call up now what will look like the mandatory challenger for the winner of the unification fight on Saturday between Danny Roman and TJ Deheny, Akhmadaliev, to say a few words with his translator.
Hello everybody. Мне очень приятно на такой большой шоу боксировать. Здесь хорошие боксеры, великие боксеры. Я покажу хороший, отличный, зрелищный бой. Я большой хочу поблагодарить свой менеджер Вадим Корнилов, промоутер Рыбинский. Большое спасибо Хайр, DAZN, Matchroom. Тренировка у нас очень была хорошо, подготовка у нас очень хорошо была. Я покажу хорошие бои.
Hello everyone, I'm very pleased to be on this card. I'm very grateful to my manager, Vadim Kornilov, promoter, Andrei Rybinski, co-promoters now with Matchroom and Eddie Hearn. Thank you so much for everyone, for the media, for coming here and support us. It's a big fight for me on the big stage in the United States. I was looking forward for it, and I will try to do my best to please all the crowd and maybe still some of the people attention. And of course I'm looking forward for the co-main event fight because I'm very interested in the winner of this fight.
Thank you so much.
You can hold that, you're gonna. And with his first major step up on Friday night, a young man who I promise he's an extraordinary talent. You need to make sure you're here to watch this young man fighting Emmanuel Taylor on Friday night. I'd like to welcome out Wonder Boy. Yes, sir.
Hello everybody, thank you for coming. В первую очередь, я очень рад, что участвую в таком большом шоу, и за это я благодарен своему промоутеру и менеджеру Андрею Михайловичу Рыбинскому и Вадим Корнилов, и, конечно, Matchroom, DAZN, Eddie Hearn. я буду показать свои самые лучшие стороны, и вы увидите, на что я способен и о чем я прошел. И на любительском боксе я выиграл, достигал многого. На чемпионате мира, Олимпиады я все увидел и это все почувствовал. Я хочу показать теперь в профессиональном боксе, чтобы сейчас все вы увидели, на что мы способны и что мы делаем тут. И дай Бог, буду показать свои самые лучшие стороны и оправдывать буду вас всех.
Hello everyone, thank you for the coming here to support us. I'm very thankful to my promoter Andrei Rubinski and World of Boxing, to Eddie Hearn and Matchroom, to my manager Vadim Kornilov for giving me this opportunity to be on the brightest show. I've been part of Pavetkin Joshua, and now he's over here with these great fighters on the card. And basically he's saying that he's seen everything possible in amateurs. He won all the possible tournaments, Olympic Games, World Champion, Asian Champion, and all possible tournaments. Now he's here only for the gold. He won to get the same success in professionals. So now it's all about the hard work, and he's ready to showcase himself in front of all of the LA fans.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. This backdrop is only 50-50 to make it in this win. By the way, I think it's on the verge. A young man coming up to the stage now on a fantastic knockout run. One of the bright stars of the sport of boxing, a huge character. They love him in the UK, and I believe they're going to love him in the US as well. They should do. He's fighting at home, well, his new home in LA, for the first time in a long time on Friday night. I think one of the biggest stars, not just in the 168-pound division, but in US boxing right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome up the magician, Anthony Sims.
What's up with it? So first I want to thank Eddie Hearns, Matchroom Boxing, DAZN for having me, opportunity to be here. Gracias para mis Latinos. All my Russian fans, heard of her. I'm kidding. I'm just joking. We can talk boxing. I'm ready. I've been prepared. I've been ready, building up to this my whole life. I want to bring attention to all the fighters up here. Each and every fighter has fought through adversity, tough times, and the fact that they're here right now on this platform, they're champions alone. So let's go ahead and give claps and all that for the fighters up here. Now, as far as me, I plan to show you some.
On February the 23rd in Tijuana, I had a great night because, well, but earlier on I had a great night as well. And the boxing, because my good friend over there, JC, and Zamfa Promotions put on a great show in the auditorium at Tijuana, and I got to experience the passion for boxing that we see and we feel in the UK. Like, people arriving really early to make sure they see every single fight. People turning up to have a great time, maybe have a drink, maybe a sing, maybe a dance, and just enjoy themselves. And what I felt in Tijuana was a love for the sport of boxing. And that's what I think everybody here has, is a love for the sport of boxing. And I can't wait to go back there with JC and Zamfa and Fernando Beltran as well. And what we witnessed was a brilliant fight, an old school Mexican battle between Humberto Soto and Brandon Rios. Many people believe Brandon Rios would win that fight. Humberto Soto was outstanding that night. It was a wonderful performance. And straight away after that, Humberto Soto told me and his team, Paco, thank you as always, that they wanted the Jesse Vargas fight. For me, as a promoter, this is such a natural fight to make. Two multi-weight world champions, two Mexican sporting legends as well. And it's just a great style matchup between two very skilled, very passionate fighters, full of heart and full of ability. And I don't know what's going to happen, because Humberto Soto showed me on February 23rd that he has plenty left in the tank. Jesse Vargas moves up to 154 pounds. He wants that Jamie Munguia fight, JC. Remember you told me in that bar we'd make it at that time? I've forgotten. And he must come through on Friday night in a brilliant fight. Ladies and gentlemen, this young man is a true legend of the sport, multi-weight world champion. Like a big round of applause, please. for Humberto Soto.
Muy buenas tardes tengan todos ustedes, muchísimas gracias por la asistencia a todos los medios de comunicación.
Afternoon, all of you, and I want to thank everybody for being here, especially media.
Creo que estoy agradecido con la empresa, con Eddie Hearns, el promotor, por esta gran oportunidad que me acaba de brindar otra vez.
I am very grateful to Mushroom Boxing promoter Eddie Hearn for giving me this great opportunity and another chance in my chapter.
Siempre he dicho que arriba del ring no hay un ganador, sino toda la gente que está viendo esta gran pelea, esta gran función. Esos son los ganadores.
I think that Friday, the 26th, the fans are going to be the winners, not me or Vargas, because we're going to put a great fight.
Quiero darle las gracias por permitirme estar en esta función y decirle que voy a entregar mi corazón, cuerpo y alma para toda esa gente que me ha seguido. Muchísimas gracias.
I want to thank everybody, and I'm going to give it my all, my heart. I'm leaving everything in the ring Friday. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Humberto. To his opponent, I think probably one of the classiest guys I've ever met in boxing. Now, when we came over to the US, most people were thinking, who's this strange guy from the UK trying to sign fighters? But actually, Jesse Vargas, I believe, was our first signing. He was also as a pundit and commercially, thanks to Guadalupe as well. This young man is everything really you look for in a guy, in a solid guy. He's honest, he's hard-working, he's a talent. He's been there, he's done it. He's won world championships in 2 weight classes. I believe he's going to go and win a world championship in a 3rd weight class as well. Training now with the great Freddie Roach. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause please for Jesse Vargas.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very happy to be here. As always, I'm happy to be back in the ring this Friday night. The opponent is Humberto Soto, as you all know. He's a tough, rugged fighter. He's a former 2-division world champion. I give him credit not only for challenging me, but also for his last victory, which wasn't expected, but he pulled out the victory, and now we're in this position where we're fighting one another. I think we're going to give the fans a great showdown. 2 Mexican warriors. We're going to put it all out on the line just for you this Friday night on the Zone. And of course, I should take a step back, actually. I want to thank God. I want to thank everyone, my family, everybody for coming in here today and being present. Of course, I want to thank my promoter, Matchroom Boxing. Sometimes we don't give the credit to our promoters as we should. And I want to thank everyone that's involved in my career: Guadalupe Valencia, Al Heyman, Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing, Joe Markowski with the Zone. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to become friends with these gentlemen. The staff as well has been tremendous. They've done a terrific job, always on point. And I commend them. I give them credit for having everything so organized. Both the Matchroom and the Zone staff, you have done an amazing job in putting all these events together, not just this one, but the one previous. When it comes to Eddie Hearn, the first time we had a conversation, he had a simple but honest conversation. And you know what? Me being a fighter that has been through a lot, I heard a lot coming from him, and I was skeptical. I believed a lot in what he said, or maybe I wanted to believe it. And you know what? He's promised me things, and he's come through with each and everything that he said. And I thank him for it. I thank him for being honest, for believing in me, and having me putting me in this position where we're in a good fight, that we are going to entertain the fans. Not only that, but we're en route to fighting for another world title. But first, I have to make sure that I win this fight against Humberto Soto.